What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Atraxa Fungus Squad. Hope you're ready to get your fungus on. And just a little bit of a warning. There's a fungus among us. Okay, alright, I got out of the way, It's just stupid. As far as opening hand goes, we've got Breeding Pool, we've got Utopia. It's a nice little hand, I really like this. If we had one more colored source, I'd be tempted to keep on this. But with one Breeding Pool, might be able to get into sapling off the... No, let's ship this one back. This is not that good. We need to have a few more lands. Okay, I can make this work. Elvish Farmer, Sylvan Tutor. Yes, we'll keep on this one. Let's get our command zone. We're playing against, hey, Omnath. Road Rage. Excited, man. Hopefully they don't have to mulligan past 5. We get into Null Mage Shepherd. Let's go ahead and put that on the bottom for right now. It'd be nice to have that if we had a nice little... a very nice fungus hand, but we do not. So let's go and lead off with the Temple of Mystery. I'm not sure exactly what we want to use with the Sylvan Tutor. So let's go and get the Temple of Mystery down. Yes, put that on top. Need as many spores as we can get. So we are playing Atraxa. She has Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Then at the beginning of your in-step, Proliferate. Playing its Omnath, Locus of Rage. Whenever your land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red and green elemental creature token. There's something else on the back end. I'll cover that in just a sec. Let's go ahead and get the forest down. Which one do we want to get down? We have the Elvish Farmer. Put a spore counter, gain 2 life. Put a spore counter, gains haste. Let's go with the Elvish Farmer. He looks pretty sweet, dude. Well, if we're going to get some fungus stuff out, I guess, yeah, we'll go for Vitaspore. And then we'll go for the Elvish Farmer next turn. Let's get down Vitaspore, and then we're going to go to pass turn. We're going to have the Hallowed Fountain down next turn, so we're looking at, we just need one black source to be able to get Atraxa down. Then we can start really amplifying the number of fungus triggers that we get on our creatures. But yes, finishing up Omnath. So, whenever Omnath, Locus of Rage, or another elemental creature dies, you control dies. Omnath deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Fair enough. But yeah, so the deck that we're building, we're playing, this is Atraxa Fungus. We're looking to get fungus creatures down. Oh, we draw into Black Source. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get the Elvish Farmer down. Looking at, there we go. Oh yeah. Let's get the one sub teeth down. Let's go ahead and crack. Let's grab a black-green source. Let's probably grab a Bayou off this one. There we go. Let's fire the Sylvan Tutor off. Probably going to go for the... where is you? Where are you, buddy? Yeah, Havenwood. I'll take that. Let's get the Havenwood. It's going to go on top. We're going to go and pass her. So we're going to attract... Well, we can go and swing in for 1 if we want to. Yeah, we'll go and do that. Put our opponent down to 29. But yeah, this is Fungus. So basically, we're using Atraxa's Proliferate ability to amplify the number of spore counters that we get in our creatures. The creature that we did search up, it is a... I guess you want to call it a Spore Lord, if you want to call it that. It gives our creatures a nice little bonus for each spore counter on it. So it should be... I think Vitaspore is going to tick up to 2 fungus counters. So once we get the other creature down, it's going to be 3/3. So pretty cool. This deck is really fragile, not going to lie. I don't record with it much unless I just get a hankering to do it. So let's go ahead and shock this Hallowed Fountain in. Yes, we're going to go and do that. Let's get down to Atraxa. So we're looking at black, looking at white, green, and then blue. We can go and swing in for 1. We got the 30-turn clock established with the Vitaspore. Let's go back off with the Elvish Farmer. There we go. Coming in for 1. It's going to put him down to 28. Then we will pass turn, get that Proliferate trigger, and we can start making some nice little sapling tokens. Yep. Okay. Let's tick up. We have the Havenwood down. So, each fungus gets +1 for each spore counter on it. Then for 2 mana, exile fungus card from your graveyard, put a spore counter on each fungus on the battlefield. So, pretty simple. You know, if our opponent gets some elemental tokens up and running, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if they make the land drop next turn, well, we're going to be in a little bit of a world of hurt, but we'll kind of figure out exactly what we want to do. But let's get these spore counters going. Okay, so that's going to be another one that goes to 3 and 4. Drawn to Skullclamp. That's actually a pretty good draw. Let's go ahead and let's get Havenwood down. Let's go for the Skullclamp. Let's swing in for a 5/5 beat stick and Atraxa in the air. We're going to gain that life, and then we can make a sapling token. And then we can, we can make a sapling token, and then we can draw a few extra cards. Maybe we can hit the land drop for the turn. Maybe we'll draw into something that helps us get off Omnath. Let's go ahead and, from the Elvish Farmer, do we want to, yeah, let's go and remove it from the, well, we need to equip it. So if we're going to Proliferate, then we need to leave 1 on the Vitaspore. Yeah, let's take 1 off the Vitaspore, and then we can put the Skullclamp on the sapling. There we go. Let's draw 2 cards. Nature's Claim. Okay, that's good. We'll take that. Let's go and Proliferate. Let's click. Okay, we'll click done. Okay, fair enough. And then, yeah, we're going to go and pass turn. And just a little bit of a heads up, this is a Good Morning Vietnam video. This is very early in the morning. I was going to record last night for my video for today. So this is actually a very fresh video. I was recording it this morning. I was going to do that, but then I had to pick my parents up from the airport, and I could not get a game in before I had to leave to pick them up. So, and by the time I got back, I was just tired. So if you're normally a morning person who watches my videos, I do apologize for not having a video out at 6 a.m. for you. But here we are. Hopefully we can get a nice little Fungus video going. Alright, so we have Nature's Claim, we have Tezzer's Gambit to proliferate to get a few more triggers on the Vitaspore. But let's see what we want to go for. They have no reach right now, so we can still swing in. Let's go and put a Spore counter on the Vitaspore, on the Elvish Farmer. Alright, draw on the Flooded Strand. Let's go and get the Flooded Strand down. Let's go ahead and remove a Sapling token. And we're probably going to go ahead and crack this the Flooded Strand too. Let's go and crack that. That way we're not drawn into some lanes that we want. Go and make the lane drop for the turn. So we're looking at, we have double green, double blue. Let's grab another black source. Let's grab a scrub land. That's it. Yeah, we don't have another white source. Let's grab a scrub land. That'd be perfect. So we get the scrub land down. Let's go ahead and equip the sapling token using the scrub land. I'm going to draw a few extra cards. Maybe they're looking for something that's going to deal with Omnath. Thrumming Bird. Okay, that's good. I guess let's go ahead and swing in. We can proliferate with Tezzer's Gambit and then still have a Light and Tutor up. I think I like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and swing in. We're going to lose the Vitaspore, but I'm okay with it at this point. They could, well, they may block with the Elemental, and then we'll just trade, which I don't really want to trade on the Vitaspore, so we're okay with this. So let's go and swing in for 4. Let's go to put them down to 15. We're going to gain that, go to 34. And then we still have Nature's Claim up. Yeah, let's get the Proliferate going, and then we can make a few tokens and draw a few cards next turn. And then we still have Tezzer's Gambit. We don't have a green-white source, so, yeah, we're going to hold off on Tezzer's Gambit. Maybe we want to fire a nice little Enlightened Tutor and then leave up Nature's Claim. Sometimes there are some enchantments out there that you can get down with Omnath, like any sort of doubling season or something. So I like holding on to Nature's Claim and the Enlightened Tutor. We can put something on top, draw it, and then next turn we're looking at, we'll get another Spore counter on the Vitaspore, so we're going to be able to swing in for a 6-6. And if we still want to proliferate to make it like a nice little 7-7, swing in across, then we can go from there. Alright, see if they want to swing in. Coming in hot, potentially. We've got the Elemental swinging in for 5. Fair enough. With the Atraxa lifelink, you know, we're pretty much okay with this. So we're going to go down to 29. See if they have the lane drop for the turn. Then they'll get those extra, you know, something like Goblin Bombardment. We definitely want something for Goblin Bombardment. That's going to really kind of hurt us. We do have, we'll see what we want to search up with the Light and Tutor. But something that would definitely not be good, yeah, Goblin Bombardment. But with these Bant Panoramas, you get the land drop. Oh, Reclamation Sage. Fair enough. And that is definitely going to choose the Skullclamp. Let's go ahead and fire this Light and Tutor off. Well, let's let them do their main thing. Get everything out of their system, and then we'll fire the Enlightened Tutor off at the end of the turn, see if there's any artifact or enchantment we can put on top. But yeah, this deck, I mean, it's fun to play, but it's really dependent on the power level in which you're playing against. Okay, so we have Anointed Procession. Get a few extra sapling tokens. Not really going to do much this turn. We got the Crusade. Put a +1 counter on each creature you control. That could kind of do something. We get down the Crusade, put it on top, cast it, remove. We're looking at one more counter on the battlefield. We're having exactly 5 mana. Contagion Engine. It's going to really kind of put some pressure on some of those elemental tokens. Now, when they do die, but we're not going to have enough mana for Contagion Engine. Or if we go Mirari's Way, creatures you control get +1/+1. That might be a nice little bonus. Or if we go Paradox Haze, we're going to extra upkeep. Decision. So if we're going for an extra upkeep, we really don't have that many sapling tokens out there. Let's go to Mirari's Wake. That really turns up mana online. We could tap out for it. If they want to swing in for like 15 next turn, sure, so be it. Okay, so we get the Vitaspore. It's going to be a nice little 6/6 body. Put a Spore counter on the Elvish Farmer. Draw to Mirari's Wake. Okay, so let's see. So we're looking at... Let's get down Mirari's Wake. That's going to set us up for a good turn next turn. Well, we could go Thrumming Bird. And then Tezzer's Gambit. Draw 2 cards, proliferate. Let's go ahead and swing. Yeah, we may end up doing that because we can go Thrumming Bird next turn. That might be a little bit. That might be enough in the air to kind of help us kind of close this out. Let's go swing it with the Atraxa. And then Omnath is going to deal 3 damage to target creature or player. Okay, yeah. So we can maybe hold up the Vitaspore if we want to, but we don't really want to lose it. So let's go and swing with the Atraxa. It's going to put him down to 11. We're going to gain that, go to 34. We've got 15 coming across, which is basically going to put us back down to about 34. It's going to put us back down to about 20. So I think I'm okay with the exchange. If we want to tap out for Mirari's Wake next turn after we go for the Thrumming Bird, then we can definitely go that. Okay, Greater... Oh, man, where'd that come from? Okay, so we're getting blasted by, did not know they got suspended. I must have missed that. I just got surprise attacked by, did not know that had happened. When did that happen? Okay, poor Atraxa is just, oh, hey, you too. Just now saw this. Yeah, we didn't get some notifications. Okay, Atraxa's done. Let's go for a Thrumming Bird. So we're looking at blue. Now they're down on elementals, which I'm okay with this. And we still didn't have enough mana to cast Atraxa anyway. There's no enchantments on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and go for Tezzer's Gambit. We're still going to get that Proliferate, and we're going to be able to draw 2 cards. Hopefully we're going to be able to hit the land drop for the turn, then we'll be kind of in a better spot next turn. So we get down Thrumming Bird. If they want to swing it for 10, we're looking at 19, which we're okay with. And, you know, worst comes to worst, we're going to have 2 Vitaspore triggers next turn. I mean, we're going to have another Fungus trigger, so it's going to be 2 Sapling tokens. So we can kind of chump block over there. Oh, awesome, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. Awesome, dude. That's really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Tezzer's Gambit. Let's go for that. We're going to pay 2, go down to 27. Looking at 1, 2, and 3. Proliferate and draw 2. But yeah, this deck, you know, it's fun. Let's Proliferate on the Vitaspore and the Elvish Farmer. And then we draw into Overgrown Tomb. Let's go and put it into play. We're going to shock it in right now. Looking at 10, 12 coming across. 17, 15. Shock it in, 13. They're at 15. We can swing it with the 7/7 on the back end. 1 extra Proliferate. If they do get something Nature's Claim, we can blow it up. But, you know, at 2, yeah, I'm going to go and put it into play tap. We might need to kind of save our life total. But yeah, this deck, it's a lot of fun. It's a very dirtle deck, and you're very much limited to the, not limited, it's just, it helps if you're not playing, like, if you sit down and you get paired against, super fine-tuned Brea, hey, this ain't going, it's not going to go good for you. I'm not saying Omnath's not a good deck, but, you know, inherently Omnath, you're just ramping a lot, so it allows your opponent to kind of do some stuff. So, and then, you know, they're not playing black, so we don't have to worry about board wipes, black or white, so we don't have to worry about board wipes or anything like that. But when you're playing this deck, you definitely do, and a board wipe just kind of sends everything crashing down. Okay, so we got an extra Spore counter on here. Gain 2 life. We might be doing some of that. Drawing the Tropical Island. Let's go and get the Tropical Island down. Alright, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have 7 mana. We can go for Mirari's Wake, still get the Tropical Island down. Let's go for Mirari's Wake. So we're looking at green-white. We got 1, 2, 3. And then do we want to tap it any certain way? We can go double blue to get the Vile Drake down. Yeah, let's do that. Get down Mirari's Wake. You're going to get a nice little +1/+1 bonus. Let's get down the Tropical Island. Let's go get down the Viral Drake. So now we're looking at a 9/9 swinging across. We got 2 in the air coming across too. If you want to swing in, then we can get in spots where we can just start making some tokens. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's swing in with the Thrumming Bird. We swing in with the 7/7. We get into spots where they might double block, and I just don't want to lose our access to sapling tokens right now, because then we can start chump blocking. I like that. Or unless you want to go Greater Gorgon. Yeah, that's an option. I forgot about it too. Man, he was just sneaky. He just kind of came out of the middle of nowhere. Okay, so Thrumming Bird gets blasted. Fair enough. I understand. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. So we may start making some sapling tokens this turn. We got 2 off the Elvish Farmer. We can still sacrifice 2. We can declare them a blocker and then make them a... sacrifice them in response to Elvish's ability, and then we can gain that life, kind of stabilize it a little bit. But next turn, we have the Viral Drake. You know, oh, Parallel Lives. We need one of those pretty bad. And we do have Nature's Claim, but it may be a little bit late this turn, because we're looking at Evolving Wilds, Crack, get down, Basic hits the battlefield. There's going to be 2 more Elementals, so, and especially they can crack it in response. So They want to swing in for 10. Let's go ahead and get those saplings tokens going, and then we can gain those, sacrifice them and gain some life. There we go. Remove some more counters. There we go. We're going to get another one at the beginning of the next turn. Okay, so let's go ahead and, so we're looking at 1, 2. They're going to get one more on the battlefield next turn. I guess technically we don't have to block. We're looking at 10, puts us down to 12. Oh, no, if they start sacking, yeah. Let's go ahead and chump block right there and the chump block right there. We're going to gain 2. I keep forgetting about the Greater Gorgon over there, and if they sacrifice and get those 3 damage, that's not going to be the best. So let's go ahead and sacrifice a sapling, gain 2. They don't have trample, so we can do this. Yeah, if you're new to Magic, with Elvish Farmer, we declare them a blocker, and before we go to damage, we are sacrificing to Elvish Farmer's ability. So we're going to gain that 2 life, and the 2 elementals are not going to deal damage to us because they don't have trample. That's the reason why that's sequencing that way. But we're looking at we got some 6 elementals over there against some fungus creatures. We're going to try our best. Okay, Vitaspore, Elvish Farmer. We do have the Nature's Claim to take care of the parallel lives. That will be good, but the damage may be done. Well, draw it. We got the Agent. That's not the worst. Alright, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 14 mana. So let's go ahead and get the Tide down. So looking at double blue, double green. And then let's tap for one more at double white. And then let's go for double green for the Forgotten Ancient. And that still leaves up Nature's Claim. Alright, so we're going to be able to proliferate. Sorry, cat's in my lap. There we go. Let's go and proliferate. Doon, doon. It's going to be an extra counter right there. And then we have the Nature's Claim on parallel lives to start making a few more Spore tokens to kind of start chump blocking. Not the best, but we'll kind of make it work. Do we want to swing in for 2 right now? Let's kind of force them to use that. Yeah, let's go and do that. Let's go and swing in for 2 in the air. You know, if they want to start sacrificing some stuff, we can put them down to 13. And then we can go from there. Okay, swinging in for 2 puts them down to, well, actually 2 infect damage. Excuse me, I forgot the Viral Drake had infect. Do we want to hold on to... no, we need to go and fire this Nature's Claim off, to be perfectly honest. We're going to tap for green. We're going to gain... They're going to gain 4 life, but... yeah, at this point, we cannot put up with double sapling tokens. That's just... I mean, double elemental tokens is just going to be not good for us. Let's click right there, click right there. Okay, so they're going to gain 4. They're going to go to 19. We're going to get a few more Spore counters. Anything else for 1 mana? Let me double check. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we're going to be able to generate 3 sapling tokens off the Vitaspore. And we can still make 1 off the Elvish Farmer. And then we still have the Viral Drake that we can proliferate on. Now, unfortunately, they're at 2 infect damage. So if we can find some way to kind of make our Viral Drake a little bit bigger, we might be able to close it out to infect. But they still have the Greater Gorgon sacrifice ability to where they can sack 3 of them, deal 3 damage up top. So even if we get it really big, and if they want to, they can hold on the Greater Gorgon, whatever his name is, and then sacrifice him, kind of get those triggers up and going. So, sorry about that, I had to mute the mic for a sec. But yeah, it's a fun deck, and especially since they fixed the Havenwood. Man, I'm pretty excited about this. I love playing a Fungus deck. So, alright, so we got the Elemental Crew swinging in. We got some saplings to make, so let's make some saplings. And I think, like, to be honest, like, man, I'm happy right now. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I actually clicked on the 3. I forgot the 8 gives us 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove 2 Spore counters. Get those sapling tokens going. And then, but yeah, like, I just like making sapling tokens. I don't know. It's just, I feel like I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man. I like making sapling tokens. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Let's remove 2 more. I wish we had accidentally. Yeah, I forgot we're gonna get some double on this one too. Let's go ahead and. So we're looking at 5 coming across. We can just simply chump block across the board on this. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay. Chump block on the tokens. Actually. Okay, sorry about that. Had a little bit of coughing deck. Okay, so our opponent gets down Lotus Cobra. They don't have the land drop for the turn. Did not get an elemental. We're going to have to proliferate off the off the Tide enchantment. So hopefully we can kind of get a few more, especially with the Ancient out there. Get those extra counters. Put a Spore counter. Yes, indeed. Put a Spore counter on this one. Spore counter on this one. Underground Sea, not exactly what we want. But we can still activate the Vile Drake a bunch of times. Let's go ahead and... Now if we push in, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we've got 4 activations for the Viral Drake on Proliferate, which is going to... We're going to have enough blue mana for that. So we can actually make a bunch of sapling tokens, but we're kind of going to be dead on the back end. They can sack and deal that extra damage up top. Is that what we're going to go for? But really, we're kind of stuck in the spot to where... Let's do this. Let's see how much... What's the minimal damage that we can take next turn? Maybe we can proliferate a ton of times. And then kind of... Yeah, but let's go and swing in with the Viral Drake. It's going to be some extra infect. Well, if we swing in for 2, that puts them down to 4 infect. And then we can proliferate 4 times. That puts them at 8. And then maybe we can swing in next turn with the Viral Drake. And then we can make a bunch of sapling tokens to kind of chump block. Okay, now they're pushing the issue on this one. Alright, so we've got 3 damage up top to the Viral Drake. Let's wait till they sacrifice again, and then we'll start activating in response to that. So right now we're going to be able to get in for 2. If not, we're just going to go and tap out and then make a bunch of tokens. Okay, so now we've got the final lethal damage being applied to the Viral Drake. Let's go ahead and let's get some stuff done. Looking adding as much blue mana to our mana pool as possible. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3. Let's go and proliferate. Click on the Vitaspore. You know, now that I think about it, I might have missed a proliferate trigger on the infect earlier. So if I did miss that, I do apologize. I just now realized that I might have missed that. But once again, this is a Good Morning Vietnam video, so sometimes my play's a little wonky. Click right there, there, and there. I think that's everybody. Click done. Let's activate again. Looking at blue. 1, 2. That's going to be 5 infect, Vitaspore, Elvish Farmer. Got the Ancient. Looks pretty good. And we'll activate one more time. That's going to put him at 6 total infect. And then boom, boom, boom. Anything else? No, that's good. Okay. Props to our opponent. I'm way behind on clock. Sorry, man. I hate getting behind on clock. That's not good. Okay, so we've got a lot of saplings we can make. And let's kind of let's re-rack on what we got going on. So we've got Vitaspore. We've got Vitaspore. Target creature gains haste. Elvish Farmer, you gain 2 life. We have the Spore Ancient. Creatures you control have removed 2 counters. So basically, we're looking at around 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. So we're looking at around like 8 sapling tokens we can get onto the battlefield, which is going to be a nice little bonus from the... Okay, now we're getting some activations on the Havenwood. I think we're okay with this right now. You know, it gives us a nice little bonus, but we can still make those sapling tokens. I mean, there's nothing we can really do to keep it around. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of a coughing attack right there. Okay, so we can make a few sapling tokens in response to them swinging in. We're looking at 15 coming across. We will have the nice little bonus from the Mirari's Wake, so we may end up making as many sapling tokens as we can, depending on how they want to swing out. Now, with the greater little dinosaur beast token over here, Beast Dude, he does not have trample. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no trample. So we can kind of see how they want to swing in. And if we want to make some saplings, we can go for that. All right, so we're looking at 5, 10, 15 coming across, 24, and then a few. Well, they don't have a sack outlet right now, so we could take the 24. But that puts it in a spot to where if they do get a sack outlet on the back end, let me make sure. There's no sack outlet out there. So we're looking at 5, 10, 15. Yeah, we're looking at 24. It's going to put us down to 22. I think we'll take it. you know, if they have a sack outlet, so be it. If not, then we can make a few more tokens to try and swing in and kind of push some damage through. Who knows? Maybe we draw into one of our big pump spells or something. So if we're going to play to our outs, this is the kind of the best time to kind of force the issue. And if things get a little bit hairy, we can make some saplings and activate. Ooh, unless you get Avengers Zendikar down, then that might seal the deal. Oh, bummer. That's a lot of sapling. That's a lot of plant tokens. All right, let's make some tokens. All right, so let's remove 2 counters. We're going to try and fight our way through this. We're going to try our best. Remove 2 counters. Remove 2. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Loving it. I like making sapling tokens. Makes me happy. Makes me magic happy. Okay. Alright. So, we're looking at a bunch of bodies. We've got our Vitaspore triggers, Vitamina Vegemin, the Ancient trigger, too. It's going to be a nice little additional trigger on there. We can make a couple more sapling tokens on that. Drawn the Godless Shrine. That will not get it done. So we're looking at 16 coming across to get you a bunch of plant tokens. We can declare blockers, but when they make the land drop, if they make the land drop next turn, I guess we'll still stick around. Let's go and put the Godless Shrine into play tap. Nope. We could swing in, but it really is dead on the back end. So let's see if they want to swing in. If not, then yeah, we can gain some life. We can try and stretch this out as much as we can. But this deck is doing exactly what it. We got Entwine. Oh man, beautiful. I'll take that, man. This is an awesome game of Magic. But yeah, this is why I don't record with Atraxa that much. I don't know. It's just I didn't go full infect with it. I went Fungus, and it's just sometimes, man, if you just don't draw like a bunch of Fungus pieces, it's just I don't know. It's just very much a dirtle deck that you kind of dirtle. I don't know. You just mess around for 30 minutes, and then you didn't. Oh, you got to be happy with just making a bunch of sapling tokens. Okay, so we got the plant tokens swinging in, but they've got more than enough. So let's just make a few more sapling tokens just to get our money's worth. If that's what we came to do, is to make sapling tokens, then this is a success because we ended up with 10 sapling tokens, and we're looking at, let's see, 2, 4. Yeah, we're gonna have to take this one. We're at 2. Don't have enough bodies. I mean, we could sack and gain some life, but it's not just. Going to gain 16. Yeah, it's just going to be hard to come back from that. Shout out to our opponent. We go to negative 50. I see we draw for the turn. Yeah, that wasn't really... well, that would have been maybe something we could have gone for. Oh, well. But, yeah, this is an early morning video, so I'm a little tired. So, but, yes, shout out to our opponent. That was a nice little game right there. But, yeah, I don't think we could have... we were looking at blocking. It looks like 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's half our sapling tokens over there. Sack and gain. So yeah, but we have to sack a bunch of saplings, and I don't know. Shout out to our opponent. Good game by our opponent. Let's just call it that. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks.